Hey everyone, Comedy Meme Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. And it's time for a new segment. We're doing a brand new segment on this channel, maybe going to do it every month, on or off, see how it goes, where we dive in to a handful of records that are on sites like Bandcamp, obviously self-uploaded by the artists themselves, and not just any albums, the darkest, weirdest, strangest, most unsettling, funniest, most disturbing, and I guess most head-scratching records that we can find on the platform. It's called It Came From Bandcamp. And essentially, we're looking to prove that the internet, you can really upload anything onto it. And for some people, that's just too much responsibility. Without that responsibility, without that freedom, you wouldn't have records like Joestar's The Life of Winston. This thing features, of course, the typical The Life of Pablo, and it is a weird mashup record. You will catch Soulja Boy on this thing, a little bit of Waka Flocka Flame, of course, right at the start, a wonderful Guy Fieri sample where people are finding common ground in Flavor Town. Also, Linkin Park's Crawling in My Skin, mixed with the main theme from Super Mario World. There's also a wonderful, dank, dark trap rendition of the SpongeBob theme right at the very end of this thing. And for the low price of 1,000 Australian dollars, this can be yours. It's also on Jackie Chan Records. And the tags to ensure high search engine optimization include words such as meme, depression, and Scooby-Doo. So there, the Life of Winston. Our next project is Naked Luigi. This is an electropop album that is all about some kind of weird, slightly sexual, disturbing relationship with Luigi from Super Mario Brothers. The production on this thing is super cheap, super terrible. The singing is not that good, but the lyrics are hilariously obsessed with Luigi, about being in love with him, about breaking up with him, about people breaking his heart, about Luigi breaking this guy's heart. There's rapping on this thing as well, some weird effects laid onto the vocals occasionally. There's a skit where our protagonist here takes Kirby on a date because he's kind of using Kirby as a rebound from Luigi. There's a weird karaoke track where our protagonist is singing Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time, but instead of saying Party All the Time, he says that he Ouija's all the time, Ouija's all the time, Ouija's all the time. Yeah, this one's special. And again, to ensure high search engine optimization, in the tags on this thing are the words kids and, of course, Meta Knight. Makes sense. This next project is from a prolific singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, bedroom producer, Hot Dad. He has numerous albums under his belt, but this one in particular grabbed my interest. It is titled Wrestle, and it's like 21 songs. All the songs are under 2 minutes, and each track is in tribute to a different famous wrestler. Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, Randy Savage, Kane, Mankind, Undertaker, and also Hulk Hogan. His track makes reference to not only his reality show, but I think that racist quote / fallout that he had not too long ago. And he sort of pleads with the audience or people who hate Hulk Hogan right now, saying that he's the only Hulk we got and that we all need to do the Hulk stomp. And maybe the funniest thing about this project is that every instrumental here has this really weird demo-ish 80s synth pop and pop rock vibe to it. Even on the tracks where you'd figure that for this particular wrestler, he's definitely going to do a hard or a heavy or an angry track or a spooky or a dark, scary track. No, sometimes even with the scariest wrestlers, he makes the lightest, most playful, wimpiest music. It's like if all of these wrestlers had TV show themes for their own personal sitcoms or something in the late 80s or the early 90s. Undertaker's specifically, he sings about how it's time to party and Undertaker, we love you. It's beautifully weird, and some of the songs are legitimately catchy. Our next project here is Yellow Moon and Vortex of Craps, Oh Hey Look, a collab album. which is a collaborative record. And the front cover here obviously features yours truly and the one, the only Cal Chesta. This thing came out via the Abortion Collective and was allegedly released, like many other releases from the Abortion Collective, on September 11th, 2001. And this thing is essentially a bunch of samples from popular music loaded with a ton of very noisy and just ear-shattering jump scares. The sample that you're listening will all of a sudden be very quiet, and then it will shoot up like 30 decibels into this distorted and shocking wall of sound. But after checking this record out, because it is pretty short, I couldn't help but be perplexed by some of the other releases from the Abortion Collective, one of which is a tribute to John Cage's 433. It is 433 the album. If you go on there, I guess the Abortion Collective delivers their own cover of 433, and then deeper into the project you have the rap version, the pop version, the rock version, and the version featuring Kanye West. And to ensure top-notch search engine optimization, in the tags are words such as pisscore and anti-music. Also, absolute shit. At least they're honest. And we're going to close things out with another terrible record, Elevator Grips, self-titled. The theme, the concept behind this thing is pretty obvious. Elevator Grips, MC Ride's vocals mixed into elevator music. And I guess I could see a lot of these instrumentals being played in an elevator. I mean, it's so musically bland. The music here is just so everyday, so nondescript. There's nothing really to say about much of any of it, honestly. But I don't know, where's the light jazz on this thing? The music on this record doesn't really read to me as elevator music per se. I'm looking for something, you know, a little slow, easygoing, maybe some vibraphone worked into there, so it's really relaxing. Much of what's on here just sounds like, I don't know, crappy generic MIDI instrumentals with MC Ride thrown on top. Not really elevator music per se. I would have loved to have seen a bigger contrast in terms of intensity between the instrumental and Ride himself. If the music were ultra relaxing and ultra laid back and very swanky, that to me would be funny and an entertaining contrast. This instead, again, just seems like generic MIDI instrumentals with Ride on top. But those are all the albums that I want to feature in this very special segment. It came from Bandcamp. Let me know what you think of these records. They're all linked down there in the description box. Very special music, guys, on the internet. Make sure to upload more wonderful, confusing, horrendous, and offensive albums like these, and maybe they will be featured in this segment in the future. Cool? Cool. You the best, Tran. And now it's time to rock with the rock. It's time to rock, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You're the best. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe or you'll die. Hit that like if you like. You the best. What should I review next? Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Forever.